Hey, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be going through the XP-Pen Deco Pro. This was kindly sent to me by the folks over at XP-Pen, so shout out to Summer, thank you for sending this over to me. This is an alternative to the Wacom Intuos Pro. Been with Wacom, I think since I was really little, maybe even 15, 16 years. But yeah, this is like a more affordable alternative. Yeah, I've watched a couple of reviews before, and yeah, this looked pretty impressive. So yeah, they sent me the medium one across, which is a perfect size. It's got like an interesting spinny wheel. So all you have to do to start with is to download the driver from our website, give the Mac or PC a restart, and then you're good to go really. Connects via USB-C in the side there. The drawing area is really quite big, really good size. It's kind of A4 size really. You get quite a few different things in the box. It comes with this really nice pen holder. This is really great for sort of I feel quite fragile about the Wacom pens. They're really expensive to replace, and so when I'm popping it in my bag along with my laptop and stuff, I kind of wrap it in like a sock just so it doesn't get damaged. So having this like a protective case that's really quite solid, it's kind of rubberized in the middle there, so yeah, the pen feels really secure, really safe. Screws on, that's pretty cool. The other end, got those spare nibs. I've been playing with the tablet for about a week now, and yeah, I've seen like absolutely no damage to the nib at all yet. In contrast to the Wacom nibs, they do go through themselves quite quickly. No, I don't know where mine is, but it's kind of got like a slanted edge on it. Yeah, like I said, I've been using it for a week, no damage at all yet, so that's great. Nice and versatile, but you've got 8 other spare nibs there just in case. Comes with like one of those soft hand grippy things so you can slide across the surface easily. I'd made my own out of some sort of cotton glove used for creams and things. Just sort of cut the fingers off of it, and yeah, I mean it looks ridiculous. I look like Michael Jackson wearing it, so glad to have a replacement for that. Kind of like a nice silky kind of slender material. Branded with XP-Pen on the bottom there. It was really well packaged, came in a great looking box, really protective box with like some foam inserts in the top of it. So yeah, it's a quality product. It's been really well made, really well looked after. It's got some good weight to it as well. Like I say, good size. This fits in my backpack along with my laptop. This one's £129 UK, whatever the dollar conversion is. I'll pop that down below here. You can get a small one, which is £99 or 100. I think it's £99.99. So yeah, basically £100. The tablet comes in 2 sizes. You can get a medium or a slightly smaller one. I think either would be great. This one certainly fits in my bag really nicely. Goes inside with my laptop. It's just a bit larger than the actual laptop itself. If you can see there, the smaller one probably would work really well as well. I think I prefer this sort of like slightly larger surface area. I've worked on like the Wacom larges before and they were just too big. This feels like a real nice in-betweeny. It's bigger than the Intuos Pro. Okay, so you've got a 9x5 inch work area on the small, and then this one's 11x6. So not a massive difference, but a big enough one for sure. I'm not showing you those yet, but there's some adapters here. So I've got the 2013 MacBook, which is all USB 3. But I know the new MacBooks are USB-C, so you can use this thing to adapt the end of it. Perfect. It's a good long cable as well. I hadn't quite mentioned that, but sometimes I've watched in the studios and you've got like your screen's a lot further away, and the tower's underneath you. So a good long USB cable is definitely appreciated. So let me show you this working. Here we are in Photoshop, and you can see reaches all the sides really well. Not getting any lag. Setting wise, so in here it's pen tablet, and then the pen tablet setting. And you can set all your express keys, so they're on the side here. They run through as K1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in that kind of way. Got your spinning wheel on the bottom there. So to edit one of these, you just choose the one you want. So I think I've got everything pretty much the same like as setting. And then 7 and 8 I've customized myself. So you'll see here you've got reset custom defined. You might just have customer defined to start with, but let's reset it. And then you just key in whatever you want it to be. So for me, new layer is Command Shift N. You've got an option to put in some of their selected functions. So they've got quite a few different things in here: display switch, eyedropper tool. I use option for the eyedropper, so I can assign it to my pen, but I'll show you that in a second. But we're just going to go Command Shift N, pop that in there. I'll call it new layer, and we OK that, but as I've already done this before, it's not letting me OK it. K8, I think I've set that to be the hand. So let's reset it. I've chosen hand from the drop down bar here. Again, don't do anything with that. The wheel, S1 and S2. S2 is the actual like surface itself, so this is actually a mouse, which is kind of interesting. And you can tap with it, do all sorts. You could almost just work completely in the tablet. That's your touchpad. You can use all your function buttons, and you don't need to touch the keyboard at all, really. Because I've been doing it for so many years, my habit is to touch the keyboard. I guess I've kind of, although there's only 8 here, I use a variety of different keys and stuff, so I'm definitely a keyboard-centric person. But if you're just using the pen tool, brush, eraser, maybe the hand tool, you could just assign it just to the tablet. I've never seen it done before. It's fun. You see I'm just like defaulting to the keyboard now, and then S1 is the sort of the sides and backs for it. So I've got those to zoom in and out. They work really fine. Tablet area, you could adjust this if you want. I like it to be the full area. Monitor, you can choose, what part of this tablet area fits the screen, whereas this one's more what area of the tablet is active. The monitor's the actual, I don't know. The two are in tandem together, and you'll be fine. Express is fine about, it's no much on pen. I adjusted the softness curve a little bit. I wanted it to be, if you see with the pressure here, there's a point for me where I kind of want, I've got my pressure set, and I've just tuned it so that it's sort of like there when I feel like I'm pressing hard enough, or as hard as I want to press. So I've just pulled the center down. I think it was here. I've just pulled it off to the center there. You can flip it around, so you can have this on the other side if you're left-handed. Disable the bits and bobs. You can see here I've got, again, the custom defined. I've put option there. That's so I can eyedropper tool. So important for me. I was using a Huion a couple of years ago. I couldn't do that. It just sort of like made the pen freeze. So I'm really glad to see with XP-Pen's versions that they've got it sorted. And then the first button is my right click. So yeah, it's a good light pen. I don't think I've quite mentioned that yet. Feels nice. So I mean, here's the Wacom pen. A bit of a close up there for you. And the two are like really similar. The Wacom pen's a good looking pen. XP-Pen looks exactly the same. You've not got the rubber on the end there, but myself, I don't personally use that. So yeah, looks great looking pen. To this, if you've got multiple pens, I'm sure you could find those in there. Export your config thing, that's always worth doing. You just back it up in case you're going to move or have a MacBook crash. Mine died almost the other day, had to replace the battery. You can import it in again, keep all the things the same. So yeah, all good. This is a good customizable thing. So we are going to kill that. Back into here, let's do some testing with the pen. So let's play with the functions here. Press them in and out. Big pen, small pen. And this one, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in again. Smaller, larger. Here's your zoom in and zoom out. Kind of does it in stages. This one is over to the brush tool, over to the eraser tool, new layer, hand tool. So there you go. Right. So you can see I've got it at 300 pixels, 25 centimeters, about A4 size. No, it's not. Smaller than A4. It's a, you know, this is kind of like the size I paint at normally. So it's super responsive. Press sensitive is working. I press hard to get the full thing. One thing you want to test with the pressure sensitivity is something called shoelacing, and it can look a bit like a thin bit to start with, and it just jumps. You get these kinds of ends. So I'd found on occasion it had done it, but yeah, there you go. There's one. You've got to really do some random marks to try and get that to work, and which is a good thing. You don't want that really happening. So the fact that I'm getting a really good pressure sensitive curve all the way across, you know, all the way in the corners here, it's great. I'm really impressed. And we're going to test for sort of some jitter. Sometimes on some of the tablets you can get a bit of a jitter as it's kind of trying to guess where the pen is all the time. Again, this one passed all these tests. Here is a straight line. If we zoom in, so yeah, I think it passes that test as well. I mean, it's a complete steal for, I think I must have paid 300 or so for my Wacom, and this is definitely as good as it, and it's only 129. XP-Pen are definitely giving Wacom a run for their money. This is it'll be very interesting to see what happens next. Like, I was trying to think, like, how could I improve this? I think there is anything. The Intuos Pro works, it's wireless and Bluetooth. I found that the button positioning on the Wacom one's really annoying, and so it would like turn itself on all the time and then run itself out of battery. This hasn't got the Bluetooth or the wireless as far as I know. So you haven't got to worry about that. I don't personally use the Bluetooth too often. I always kind of like hardwire my things in. I kind of don't know. I just feel more secure. I've got the idea that maybe Bluetooth might just drop out now and then. Hardwiring's not going to drop out, so I don't think I would wish that they added it. You could add it as a bit of functionality, but I mean, I don't think it'd be worth another £150 to justify the Wacom price. Wacom one's like quite a lot smaller. I've got the medium. I mean, I've got the Cintiq as well, the draw on screen. That's just sitting over there. I never use it. It's too big and bulky. I think I'm definitely a tablet person, so this will definitely have a place in my home. Unless I've got to send it back, I forget. One thing I try and do is like I'll try and catch them out and like spin too fast and just go nuts. See what happens. Doesn't do anything. Kind of stabilizes. That's a good sign as well. Again, I had the Huey on. I'd spin whatever their spinny wheel was. It just made the whole thing go nuts. It had like have all these functions, sort of try and program. These guys, it stops when I stop, which is nice. I like that. It's, for me, it tells me that it's a really well made product, so I'm very content. This pen's also got the tilt support, so let's give that a test. Shape dynamics, get this one onto pen pressure, and I'm going to do angle jitter as the pen tilt, and then make this kind of like a wedge shape. And then you can see here as I'm sort of tilting the pen, we're getting some angles. Yeah, this is brilliant. Let's do something that I would do real world. So a bit of sort of airbrushing or something. Here, let's borrow this woman's face. So pop it in here, scale this up. And I mean, I would never do this normally, but let's just remove this girl's moles. And so you just come around and just fill these in. Works very similar to the paintbrush, so I'm not really testing too much with this. But just to say that the tablet really works. new layer. We'll call this smoothing skin. I've got this button here set to be my eyedropper, and what I want to be able to do is, with a relatively soft brush, quite a big size, a 10% flow, pick this kind of colour, paint it in, paint over here. What I need to do, turn off the shade dynamics. Now just get like a big flat brush, great. Yeah, working really well. This is definitely cool. Yeah, fantastic job XP. This is really impressive. I thought it was pretty cool. Really enjoyed testing it out. Had I not been sent this, I could happily have bought this and absolutely been amazed by it. This is so good. I've included links below if you wanted to grab your own. I think, as I said, I'd recommend the medium. I think that's the right size really. The small looks to be a couple of inches shorter. It may well work well for you. I think one thing I'd not been able to test was the fact that this also can work on your Android phone. I haven't got an Android, so I can't test that function out, but Brad Carbo's got another good review of this. He's able to test out the Android functions, so you can see that working over on his channel. But yeah, as I say, all the links are down below. I recommend checking out XP-Pen's actual website though. There's a lot more information on the actual tablet there. Yeah, I can absolutely recommend this. If you're in the market for a drawing tablet, yeah, go with this one. I think this will be a great introduction. If you've got any questions or you want me to test anything out, then let me know in the comments below. My name is Chris. I'm an artist and designer and videographer. I generally create content or social media stuff for people and brands and businesses. If you enjoyed this review, then please give me a like. Otherwise, hope you have a great day. See you next time.